Tomorrow isn't another day. You got to do what you got to do today, and you got to do it well, because you don't know what tomorrow brings. If I've only got 40 chances to influence and to make a difference, I've used 38 already, But I think that for me the biggest thing is to realize that you do only have a certain amount of time allotted in your life. You can steal somebody's money, you can steal his goods and give it back to him. But if you've stolen their time, you can never give it back to them. So time is precious. 40 hours. When you count it like that, it's very little time. I'm Derek Mathews, fourth generation farmer on Silverton. I just can't imagine doing anything else with my life other than farming.
I was 22 and it was a huge adjustment for me. I grew up in Johannesburg.
I remember my dad actively discouraging me from farming. He came to farm, but it wasn't his choice. But there was just never any doubt in my own mind that farming is what I wanted to do.
As kids, we're very privileged to be able to have all the open spaces and running around, and I really enjoyed it. Got to do a lot of things I think people that grow up in the city don't get to do. I guess that's where I fell in love with farming. I was about 8 years old when I actually realized I wanted to become a farmer, and I used to, every afternoon coming back from school, I used to go and sit on the tractors and drive tractors. Even though I was too short to reach all the pedals, the driver used to have to sit next to me to push all the pedals, but he used to let me go drive up and down.
He was 9 years old and he took a night shift on tractors with me. We were working 24 hours and we were short of drivers, and he took a night shift.
I would say that I'm more like a support system than anything. I've integrated myself into the farming life with the family, more for fun than for any other role, but more as a support role.
I had an 8-year experience of working with my dad before he went into semi-retirement and sort of handed over the business to me. Kind of remembered my dad and I had the same conversation as what Michael, John and I are having,
Having grown up on the farm with my grandfather and my father, I guess it's a great privilege for somebody that wants to farm and learning different things from both of them. Farming with my father has its challenges, I'll be honest, but it's a great privilege, and I've learned so much from him over the years, and hopefully he's learned one or two things from me too.
My granddad actually had 14 teams of donkeys that he used to plow with. And in 1953, they bought the first Minneapolis Moline tractor from the company that became Northmec, which was G. North & Sons. I grew up with the Moline tractors, and in 1969, my dad bought the first Volvo tractor. In 2000, I bought the first Case tractors. Again, then from Northmec. So we were then back at the same company.
The technology in them is actually pretty amazing if you think from where my dad and my grandpa started with all the old tractors to where we are now, where you push a button and everything happens for you. You literally don't really have to do much other than monitor all the great things that it can do.
In my farming career, the best business that I've been able to do with input suppliers has been with Case. When the chips were really down and when it was tough, without hesitation, Case said, well, we're in it with you and we'll help you get through it. So that's why I managed to survive a serious drought.
Farming has taught me perseverance and, when necessary, going without things that you would maybe like to have. like painting your house or buying a new car. Yeah, cutting your budget to the bare minimum.
It's not necessarily about what you have and what you don't have. It's about what you go through as a family, and I guess you get closer and stronger together going through the tough times, and makes you appreciate the good times so much more.
I've had to encourage Michael John on a couple of occasions. In fact, for the first couple of years that he was here, we actually were going backwards. You know, the conditions were getting worse and more difficult. And then to keep a youngster encouraged, it's up to you. If you decide I'm done, then it's done. But until you decide it's done, then it's not done. So the family's been on the farm through all the political dispensations, through all the wars, through all the great diseases. The family's been through all that, so there can't be much wrong with the place. You adapt to the circumstances and you carry on going. Yeah, we have a lot to be grateful for at the end of the day. Silverton has treated us well.